Sonntagsfahrer.
Ist die Klima jetzt defekt? So ein Rowdy.
verschüttet. Danke.
You're right, I'm muted. Yeah, sorry guys. No, I've been ranting away there for 10. I've had like 3 or 4 crashes there. One of them was self-inflicted right at the start before you guys joined, unless you got it. I was too busy looking at the map, and I hit the crash barrier. But the other 2 incidents I've had have all been AI running into me because I've not got a bloody clue about where the hell am I going here? See, there I've done it again.
Ich will hier raus!
What the hell was that? Where's the bloody third-person camera? You know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move that bloody thing. This is such a bad bloody start. Where's that? I'm going to move my little thing out of the way. I'm coming out of that. I'm coming out of that, and I'm going to start again, because that's a bloody disaster. Especially when I was muted. I'm going to load it up again. If the game hasn't crashed, that is. Right, start game. By the way, just so you saw there, I'm ranked 27,000th. Now, what do I do? I think it's next. Is it next? Oh no, it's load game, that's what it is. Now, it's actually saved under Germany sailing to Amsterdam, but I'm pretty certain that's the one that I saved it as. Right. Now, why is it not working now? Ah, that's it. Load. couldn't see the load for the chat. Now this will actually allow me to start the game again. Oh, there's a rain on now. It'll allow me to try and get the bus to start right from the beginning here, because I couldn't get it to go. Right, let's see. Now what did I do? I need to be neutral. I need to have the parking brake on like that. I need to then go to the ignition. I then need to that's the driver's light. What the hell is that? A retarder. Right, I need to put that on to keep the passengers happy. I need the wipers on. Now where the hell are those? The vacuum fastener. Why can't I see the wipers? Are they on that one? Ah, there we are. Right. Now we need to put it in gear. Hang on, right. Now we're starting again. Run straight into the barrier. Look at this, look at this. It's bloody scary coming out onto this road. There are things about this game that I like. I like the weather effects. If you want to just drive in winter weather, you can have it set to that. I've got it set to the time of year. Wait a minute, wrong lane again. Hang on. I've done it again. That was my fault entirely. Straight into the bloody barrier again because I was too busy looking at my left mirror. Look at the speed they're coming at, going up this bloody hill. I'm scared to move. Because they just don't slow down. Look. No, even you can see a bus is pulling across. No such thing as giving way. They just slam straight into you. That's the trouble with playing these games and live streaming them and trying to read chat and trying to look at a mirror. I can't multitask like that. Now. Right, I've got it this time. I've got it this time. Now tell me guys, is it still too loud? You'll really know that once I get outside the bus when I go to take the check the passengers in at the next stop. I turned the volume levels all down slightly. Let's put here. Oh, there we go with the frame rates went straight down the pan coming through here with the rain on, and that's the graphics turned down. That's the other thing. Optimization in this game leaves a lot to be desired. You've basically got to turn the graphics down to nothing to hopefully get a decent frame rate. I mean, I've got my PC's you know, it's getting on in terms of modern PCs, you know, in terms of graphics card. But I mean, I've got decent it was the best graphics card at the time, and it's got good RAM, you know, and it runs pretty much every game I've ever played. But I'll tell you, this game is like what somebody will know more accurately, but this game's at least 5 years old, if not older, and it's still in beta, and they've had like 3 or 4 different DLCs out for it, and there's still annoying things in it. I mean, we'll get traffic slowing up in the middle of the autobahn for no reason, which continually annoys me. Right, I've managed to avoid a collision this time. So there's certain buggy things that I don't know that they're getting proper feedback, but they don't seem to be doing much to fix them. And I'll tell you another reason, because they brought out that game, The Bus, and that game, The Bus, is in beta, and it is buggy, because you're supposed to be able to use your mouse to control the ticket machine, and you press the right button in the mouse to get the mouse cursor to appear. Now in this game it works perfectly okay. That's the one thing that does work in this game, but in The Bus I just can't get the cursor to appear, so that's clearly a bug. So it's something I'm going to stay away from until they've done a good few more updates. But you're always getting games like that. You know, I bought Formula 1 2023, and I've had a number of Formula 1 games in the past. This is actually one of the better ones, because I like using the controller for the Formula 1 game, because although I like using the steering wheel, my reactions aren't good enough in the steering wheel, and they've actually got they've got F123 configured a lot better for game controllers. But you'll find that, you know, there's not a PC game that's ever come out in the market where within the first week of it being out there hasn't been a patch. All games are like that. You know, they'll do closed beta testing with testers that they'll have, but then they're committed to a certain time to get the game launched. You know, the one game that I've been keeping an eye on recently is that Starfield, that Bethesda game, and it's getting a lot of hype. That's the thing that always worries me. It's a big space game. It's getting a lot of hype on YouTube, loads of hype, and I can guarantee that when it comes out it'll be bugged to hell, because they're like a month or so away from the deadline date to get it launched, and they'll chuck it out in the market, and they don't then get the proper feedback until thousands of people with different types of PC configuration start using it and find out that there's all sorts of bugs and problems. And this is the worst thing about overselling a game with a hype, and then wrong lane again, and then you got all the bad publicity with all the folk complaining that they're paying 50 quid for a game and it's a pile of junk, it doesn't run. That last game that I bought, that Sniper Elite 5, it again, I mean, I've had all the Sniper Elite games and I do like them. I don't like the multiplayer in it because I'm totally crap at it, but when it came out, it was bugged to hell as well. You couldn't progress the missions because you couldn't finish one of the missions. It was impossible to finish the mission. They eventually get that done, you know, and you've paid a lot of money for these games. There's not a lot of decent pool games, apart from Virtual Pool 4 and Shooters Pool. There's been other ones out. I've been pool. What do you call that one? I can't remember what it's called, but it's predominantly made for the games console. Pool something, I can't remember what it is. But you know, there's no pool game is a great pool game unless you're using a mouse for it. Simple as that. again, that yellow, sort of lighter yellow line there is the road out. The orange line is obviously the road that we're following in on the GPS, but the one on the left is the road out, so we're going into this town and then we're going to come back out the same route. Now what time is it? It's 20 to 5 and we're to be there for 10 to 7 and we've got 192 kilometres still to go. This game is in publisher hell. What does that mean? Obviously I can't see the link. This is Pool, is that what it's called? Is that a game that's on Steam? Oh, I haven't heard anything about that game at all, because normally things like that pop up when I'm on Steam. You know, games that you're interested in. Because I mean, I have to check it out. Oh, right, so that game was in development, but it's went tits up. Alright, well, I'll forget that idea then. Right. Just drifting about here. Right, there we are. See, the weather effects in this game, they've got them pretty well. The actual rain effects are better than Euro Truck, because Euro Truck rain effects and weather effects are actually enhanced better by installing mods for it. Now that's the rain stopping, so now I've got to keep an eye on what I'm doing. And there's somebody crashed into my back end again. That's the wrong thing. That's us. That's somebody crashed into my back end again. Wrong lane. You see the spray effects coming up off that minibus there. Oh, Bufu Studios, you mean? Yeah, what was that other one? Pool something. I've got it on Steam. So they're now out of business, are they? Which doesn't surprise me, because they've done a few pool games. They had one version that had snooker in it. I can't remember what it's called, but I've had them all. No, Pool Nation isn't Bufu Studios. That's the one that's got the cherries as logos. I've had Pool Nation FX. Now Pool Nation is actually quite good with a controller. It's actually quite good. You know, that's games like those are not for the hardcore players. Something like VP4 and Shooters Pool, that's for hardcore pool players, where you have to know a bit about what you're doing, whereas those games are designed for consoles primarily. But that's one game that actually works quite well with an Xbox controller. It's actually pretty good. Now, how many? It's not miles. You can't change this to miles because it's a German game. Everything's kilometres. 140 odd. Right, we'll just take our time. Bufu Pool. Yeah, I would. It's not. It's what the hell's it called? They've had at least two pool type games. One of them's called Pool something, and I can't remember what it's called. And I mean, graphically it looks nice, but other than that, the gameplay is too slow. That's where Pure Pool. That's it. That is the one. You're right enough. Pure Pool. That's the one I've got. I've had the other one. I had that a long while ago. But everything's so tedious. It takes that long to set things up. You know, this is the thing about Virtual Pool 4 and Shooters Pool, that everyone's hands-on and it's a lot easier to get things done. Oh yeah, Pool Nation, I prefer that as well. Yep, it's actually a better game. Here we go again with the truck going at 30 miles an hour for no reason. And look at the traffic in the outside lane. Well, at least the weather's cleared up. Now I take it the audio is okay. We'll find out what it's like, as I say, when I get out to pick up these passengers at this next place that we're going to. So keeping an eye on the clock, it's 10 past 5. We're to be there by 10 to 7. We're still 130 kilometres to go. That's fine. We're going to be in decent enough time unless we get stuck in a traffic jam. And I have to say, there's not an awful lot impressive about this landscape, by the way, in Denmark. Pretty boring looking country. There's not a lot happening. Oh, of course it's boring. But the fun part is watching me having accidents all the time, trying to drive this bloody bus. As I say, I don't think I've ever, I can put my hand in heart and say I've never driven any trip on this game where I've not had multiple accidents. Now, most of them, here we go with slamming the brakes on for no reason. Love this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm getting up the bloody. And now he's speeding up now. Look, I'm trying to undertake him to get past the idiot. Most accidents are self-inflicted because I'm too busy looking at the GPS or looking at my outside mirror. But all the rest of them are these bloody AI drivers having no clue of. They're just there's no awareness of what's going on around them. Eurotruck's better than that, I'll tell you. Eurotruck's 10 times better than that. I mean, if you're trying to come out to a junction, in Eurotruck, at least the AI drivers will stop and let you out. This game, they don't give you nothing. You could sit. I mean, I've come out a bus station. I sat there for 20 minutes trying to get out while the traffic just kept going past. They just would not. They don't see you. They don't let you out at all. I don't know whether there is. It doesn't look like it, because if you go into the community, the workshop for this game, all it is repaints for the buses. There's nobody map modding for this game, because I don't know that they've given the modding functionality there for people as far as map making goes, because I've not seen any maps for this. There is a mod map out for the bus, which is the sort of, it's a game that's in development. The same company that do this game, but the bus is set in the city of Berlin in Germany, and it's a 1-to-1 scale map. And there is one map mod out for that that's in beta, but as I say, the game does not work properly, so I can't drive it. I just can't. I can drive on it, but I can't pick up passengers and take the fares because I can't get the mouse cursor to appear. And I've tried everything to get it to work. It's just bugged. I could get it to work for 5 minutes, and then as soon as I get rid of the mouse cursor and try and bring it back up, it won't appear. So I've decided I'm just going to do. Now there's something coming up my inside. Look at this. Look at this. You see? Now, I mean, he should be giving way. That guy, and the AI traffic in this is horrendous. I mean, if that's the way they drive in Germany and Denmark, then the guy should be jailed. Right, so 66 kilometres to go. It's 20 minutes to 6 at night, and we're to be there at 10 to 7, so we're still getting over an hour to arrive. We'll be there in plenty of time. There's no panic. And we've got all this long drive in here and then the long drive out. Let me just bring up the map so you'll see where we are. We're going all the way in here, or up there, and then of course when we're coming back down, then we're heading into Copenhagen. Sorry, we're going into that Aarhus first, so we're doing a sort of a slight detour, but this is us basically covered all of the cities or towns in this DLC. Well, the thing is, if you see the cursor in the middle of the screen, the mouse cursor. See it just before the, I'm moving it up and down. So if I hit the right mouse button in this game, the cursor disappears and the camera will reset itself. But in that bus game, it doesn't do it. So it's bugged. Well, over here in the UK, it's you that has to give right away if you're going onto a motorway from an entry slip road. Look at this, here we go again. Right, I'm going up the inside. Look, you're going in front to see what's holding things up, and it's the two bloody trucks that are stuck together. Now, anybody who's tested this game, that is connected with the development of this game, must be able to see that. They can't be telling me that that's designed to do that. Here we go again. The safest way is to overtake them on the inside. That way you don't get rammed into 120 kilometres an hour on the outside lane. Get back to what I said there. Developers who have been working in this game at TML Studios, you're not telling me that this hasn't cropped up and have said, oh, why is that truck going at that speed? Are we putting trucks in to do that, to cause accidents? No, I just think it's bugged. I think it's the way the AI traffic's coded or whatever. You can't have trucks just crawling at 15 miles an hour on a sort of no speed limit autobahn or whatever. It's just crazy. I mean, I'll tell you something. See, if this was Steve's game, I'd be ripping into him. I can tell you that right now. If this was Cellaris game, and they brought out this bus game, and I'm driving it, and I've got AI traffic doing that, I would be ripping into him until they fixed the damn thing. Unfortunately, the guys that developed this game are all German, so if I had a hold of them in Discord, I wouldn't be long in telling them how crap their game is. Or it's not necessarily crap, it's how crap things in it are continuously there. They're not getting fixed. And that's what annoys me. And this game eventually will die a death. And that's why Unitruck is so well supported by the developers. It's so well supported, by the modders, and this game will just end up in the bargain dustbin at some point. Just because it just doesn't get the proper support. They're too busy trying to, develop the 3 or 4 games at a time. This bus game's dragging on for year after year. This Fernbus is dragging on year after year, and they can't concentrate and get one game properly. Well, what you would say is properly finished. Here we are again. Look, where's all the traffic holding everything up? Nowhere. And now the bloody the road's narrowing down. I can't get them on the inside because we're coming to a junction, I think. It's daft. You know that if you go look at Steam, you'll see the bus. You know, it's meant to be a multiplayer game, by the way. The bus. This isn't multiplayer, but the bus is meant to be multiplayer. Somebody must be feeding back the problems with the mouse controlling it. But yeah, they've thrown this game out. It's been out. They've got a number of DLCs out for it, and the game's not finished. There are still constant annoying things in it that they don't seem to be addressing. One thing I have noticed though, that when I turn the graphic quality down a bit, when it's raining, I'm not getting that graphic glitch in the rain with the shadow in the road. I've seen none of that. I never saw that when it was raining earlier on there in the trip. So that seems to be fixed by just turning your graphics down. But then again, having the graphics up full and having that bug appearing, it's still a bug. It's still a graphic glitch. Now here we're, you know, got a lot of trees around. The frame rate doesn't seem quite as bad as what it was when everything was closer to the road. This seems actually not too bad. What's the time now? 18:15 or something like that. And we have to be there by 18:50 odd. And we've got 11 kilometres to go. We're still fine, and we're in the outskirts of the town. I've just got to make sure I'm in the right lane. Let me have a quick look at the map to see where I'm turning. Where are we? There we go. Well, it's straight up and then it's left turn. That's fairly straightforward. So now, there's the mouse there, we'll get rid of that. Now there's one other slight thing about this that annoys me, is that when you hit the brake on the Xbox controller, if you brake and you dab it quickly within sequence, you'll then get the emergency brake. That's why you hear the bus skidding. That's an annoying thing about it. So if you just gently dab the brakes, but if you're forced into having to dab it again, you'll hear the bus skidding because it thinks that you're putting on the handbrake, you know, like the emergency brake, and the bus will skid. Yeah, I'm using a controller, yeah. But that's practical for the simple reason that I don't like leaning over the steering wheel. Can I not change what? No, you can't. I mean, you can reconfigure your buttons on your controller if you want, but the default buttons are as they are. But the double tap thing, no, you can't get rid of that. See, if you just brake nice and gentle like this when you're coming to traffic lights, everything's fine. But watch what happens when I do this. Watch this. No, in fact, I need to turn left. I need to turn left here. I don't know how far I've got to go along this road, but watch what happens and listen, you'll hear the bus skidding. You'll have heard it multiple times. It's not doing it now because I'm right, wait a minute. There we go, you hear it skidding there. Right now, so it's a big right turn. Where the hell's the bus stop? I can see a bus sitting there, but that's not where I'm going. Right, I'm going to give myself plenty of room going up here and turning so that I can have a good idea of where the bus stop is. I'm going to go round here. Tight all the way around. Ah, there it is. See, that's why I had to go far enough out so I could pick the right lane to go into. So, what time is it? It's only what is it? It's only 6:30, and we're supposed to arrive here at 10 to 7, so we're here in plenty of time. I think I'm up the curb. Right, so that's Alberg unlocked. So there's no rush. Now, I will put the handbrake on. In fact, I'll put it in neutral. First of all, I'll then put the handbrake on. I will then. Oh, hang on a minute. That's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. I want. What do I want? I want the doors open. That's what I want. And we'll lower the bus, and I will get out. And now you see, this is where I like to use my mouse. Now it's a bit louder outside now. Now why? I think I did the same thing yesterday. It's in the compartments. Right. I think I need to switch the engine off. Like that's what I need to do. I didn't do that yesterday, and then I couldn't pick up passengers. Right. Wait a minute. Right, that's us. But this is why I like sitting near the keyboard. So I like to use the mouse and the WASD just to pick up the passengers. If I can get it to
Ciao.
work. There we
Sie
go.
wollen bestimmt mein Ticket sehen.
Right, so what's her name? Leona Klaus. There she's there. We've only got 4 passengers, but we might have others that we have
Auf
to
geht's.
find. We have to go through the ticket system to actually sell them a ticket. It looks like it. There's far too many people here.
Hello?
Right,
Könnte ich
so
bitte ein
she's wanting to
Ticket
go
bei
to
Ihnen kaufen?
Aarhus, and we know that we're going to Aarhus because that's the next stop.
Dankeschön.
Tag. Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket sehen.
And her name's Adriana Haug, and this is a to-do list, and that's her there.
Sehr freundlich.
We've got her.
Mahlzeit. Hier, mein Ticket.
Aurelio Petzold, what a name that is. Right, so there's somebody trying to get on the bus, right? But they're not on the list. So
Menno!
we give him the heave-ho. He needs to go to another bus
Grüezi.
stand.
Könnte ich bitte ein Ticket bei Ihnen kaufen?
Another one for Aarhus. We know we're going there. Check.
Danke sehr.
We'll check this one out.
Hallo. Das Ticket. Bitteschön.
Soraya Link. Right, she's there.
Sehr freundlich.
Now, who's this?
Mahlzeit. Hier, mein Ticket.
Amy Appel. Right, she's there.
Danke.
Right, now. There's another one. That wasn't the one that's...
Grüezi. Mein Ticket?
Now, is this another one that's wanting to go to the wrong place? Jana Brandt. Because we've done them all. Right, so we tell
Oh, nö.
her to get lost. Right. I'm sure that was the one I did, was it not? No, I
Keine
can't-
Sorge, ich
Aye,
komme
that's
schon
right, I did do him. Right, so now we're on the bus. Now we need to remember, no, in fact, I'll go back off the bus and shut the door manually, the luggage compartment. Hang on. Right. On the bus. And then we've got to remember to do the announcement as well. So first of all, I will that bus, and then I will close the doors. I will also reset the bus. That's us. Now what else have we got? Passenger monitor on. No, we don't need to lock the luggage hatches. Now, what time is it? It's only 25 to 7, and we're to leave at 18:53. So what I can do now is make sure first of all that the bus is ready to go. We'll put it in drive, take the handbrake off, or the parking brake, or the emergency brake. Check the accelerator, so we're now good to go. But rather than leaving it early, you then make sure you use your mobile and click the clock up at the top like that, and that'll advance you to a minute before you're due to leave. Now, one other thing I need to also remember is that at 8:45, that's roughly when I have to take my next rest stop. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of that, have a quick look at the map and see what the road's like on the way back. Now on the way back we've got a fuel stop there. There's actually a detour that way, but as I say, this is the other annoying thing about this game. You know, Euro Truck, you can put waypoints on the map that the GPS will follow. This game doesn't have it. You know, now when you're driving along, you have to look for the exit on this thing, but it doesn't seem to do anything. It might be going through a small village or something. You know, you can't see the buildings on this map or anything like that, but it might be a nice detour, I don't know. But we may well be arriving at that rest stop too soon. It won't take us that long to get there. Then of course if we go down this way to Aarhus, we could, that's the bus station that's waiting to be unlocked once we discover it. Yeah, there's nothing else. Well, there's one there. Now, how far is Aarhus? It's hard to tell. We'll worry about that when we get to it. Right, so get rid of my mouse cursor, go into the controls. Now is this the one with the announcement on it? Because we'll have to get him to do the announcement. No, it's the next one. There he is.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus.
So
wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet? Schaut's doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zur Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today.
I've never been to Denmark, but
we would like to
this is the
share
first
some
time I've ever
information
been
about
there.
the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt
Now, see,
fastened
the thing is,
throughout
the
the
towns
entire
and the
journey.
cities in this game
In the
look
seat
very
pocket in front
nice.
of you, you will find our information card containing
do.
further safety instructions.
But if you have the
and
AI
details
traffic
of
set
our
up too
snacks
high,
and
you get
beverages.
far too many
There's a restroom located in the rear boarding
jams.
area.
You know, you get
If you would like to
traffic
browse the
blocking the
internet free
street
of
up.
charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets,
So this
which are marked accordingly.
second stream or this
If you would
second
like to
part
book your
won't take
next
us that
journey
long
while
because
you're
we've
on the
only
road,
got two stops
simply
and one
download
coming
our
up.
app onto your
And then of
smartphone
course the
so
final
you can take
destination is
advantage
Copenhagen,
of
and then
our
that's
many
Denmark taken
exclusive
care of.
online discounts. For more information,
The four
simply
towns
visit
and cities that
flixbus.com
you have in this
or get in
DLC,
touch
but
with
is
us
that
on
green yet, that
Facebook.
light? Right, it is.
Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire
This
we
is the
send you
best
by
thing about
email
this.
to give us
I think I've
feedback
turned
about
too
your
white.
journey.
This is
You
the
can
best
also
thing about
use it
this.
to share your
Wonder if
suggestions,
I'm going to make
ideas, and requests. We are always ready to assist.
Oh no, I'm not.
And
Right, I
now,
need to put it
we
into the
can finally
verse.
set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
What was I saying? The best thing about this is the camera reset. I love doing that. And you're driving along, and if you leave it for 2 seconds, it'll just reset itself, which is excellent. It's a pity Eurotruck doesn't do that. That's a good feature about this game. So it's got good features, but it's got far too many bad things about it to be, you know, for this game to be having a full release and the amount of DLCs that it's got. I like the variable road surfaces in this as well, because in Eurotruck you only really get that by installing map mods. If you look at these roads aren't perfect. In Eurotruck most of the time the roads are perfect unless you've got a good map mod. You know, they're all patches where they've been digging up the road and relaying the surface and all of that. It's a lot more realistic looking the road surfaces in this game. So there's 1 or 2 good points, but far too many bad points. Now are we in the right lane? Well, I didn't see any matches on the 8-ball world schedule when I looked about an hour or so ago, so I'm assuming there's going to be none today. And the one thing I've got now, of course, when I'm off on holiday this time of year, I always have the car booked in for its MOT, and the car's going in for its MOT tomorrow, and I know it's going to fail. I know straight away it's going to fail, because I know there's something going on underneath the car. Something has snapped or something has gone, and it's going to fail the MOT, and it's going to cost me a fortune. So I'll be out the house early tomorrow. The car's got into the garage for 8 o'clock, and then within a couple of hours I'll get the phone call telling me, yeah, it needs this done to it, it needs that done to it. And there's nothing you can do, you just have to get the damn thing fixed. Well, my car's fine as far as emissions go. It's never got a problem passing that thing. It's a fairly low emission car anyway. I mean, it's used every day going to work. It drives 30 odd miles every day there and back. It's, you know, 16 there, 16 back, and it just simply has to be ready for me to get back to work on Monday. Yeah, MOT is a certificate that you need for cars that are over 2 or 3 years old. If you've got a new car, you don't need an MOT in it for like 2 or 3 years. But once your car is aged past that limit, then you have to have an MOT certificate every year. You don't get a paper certificate anymore. It's just all stored electronically. So that obviously when you go into the computers and check your registration number, they can tell whether your car has got an MOT and insurance and stuff. But you know, there's nothing worse than taking your car for an MOT and you know that it needs something done to it. They'll probably come up with the brakes as well. The brakes feel fine, but the brakes were done a couple of years ago. The tyres should be fine. The air conditioning in my car hasn't worked for a number of years, and they've constantly tried to get me to get them to fix it. I was looking at my last report that they gave me, you know, with advisories, and you know what they wanted the bill, you know how much they wanted to fix the air conditioning, which is probably just regassing it. They wanted 300 quid. I said, listen, I'll stick my head out the window for air conditioning. I ain't paying 300 quid to get air conditioning fixed for the amount of time I actually spend in the car. You know, in a Scottish summer, if you get one warm day, fine. All you do is wind the windows down, let the heat out of the car. I'm in the car for barely half an hour driving home. I don't need air conditioning. And I'm not paying 300 quid for something I'm rarely going to use. Plus the fact it uses up your fuel anyway. Oh, the heater in the car works right. The heater in the car works brilliant. I don't need that fixing, but I certainly don't need to pay an excess 300 odd quid just to have something fixed. It's pretty pointless. I mean, if I was going long distances and I was using it a lot regular, I just use it to go to work, and I use it to go to the store to buy. I just went today. I bought my big week shop today. I don't go out joyriding. It's only a means of transport, that's all it is. But the thing is though, if I don't have it, if I don't have a car, I can't get to work. That is it, point blank, because first of all, there's no buses at that time in the morning, and secondly, there's no way I could get a bus that would go there at that time in the morning either. There might be buses in Glasgow, but I don't have a bus that can get me from here to Glasgow, because they're not on the road at that time. So I must have a set of wheels regardless if I want to keep my job. Right, so I need a quick reminder again because I've totally forgotten. Let me have a look. Right, 7:45 it says that I have to have a rest, because if I don't, the passenger will tell me I need to take a rest. So I need a quick look. Where was that thing? I need to constantly remind myself of the damn thing. You know something, I think we'll just go into this one as we're coming to it. We might as well. And I'll just top up the fuel as well, even though we don't need it. I need to get rid of the mouse cursor. Well, you see, I'm not like one of these boy racers. A car is a tool for me. It gets me from A to B. That's the only interest I have in the car. I know nothing about mechanics. I know nothing about fixing them. So if there's something wrong with the car, I'll let them fix it. I'm your gullible driver who knows nothing about car maintenance or anything. Well, it's getting late in the day, so we're going to be night driving fairly soon, and I think it's the F button and the keyboard that gives me full beam. I think I need to remember that. So this fuel stop and rest stop will be coming up, and I'm just going to take it. It's about an hour earlier than I'm really supposed to, but I just want to be able to drive straight to the final destination once we go through Aarhus, is it called? Right, here we go. Let's head out. Now, what you haven't seen on this trip is occasionally you'll get a big red sort of stop banner across the road, and it will detour you into one of these areas like this, and there'll be a police car, and what happens is they do a spot check on your bus, check your passengers are all strapped in their safety belt. We haven't had that happen on this trip, but it does occasionally happen. Right, we'll head in, we'll get fuel, but we can't get fuel until we put the, see, I usually drive in numpty mode where you don't have to worry about this, but driving in realistic mode you have to do all of this. Put it neutral, put the handbrake on, put the engine off, and as soon as you do that you can top up the fuel. There's no finance in this at all. The money that you're getting charged for the fuel doesn't come from anywhere. It just pays it just pays the fuel bill, but you don't have any money. There's no money to be made in this. The whole point in this is just to drive and build up your level, the amount of points you have. That's why I'm like 27,000th in the world. Yeah, we didn't need any fuel. This holds a good amount of fuel, this bus. Right, so now we're good to go. So now, put it into drive. Park and brake off. In fact, no, tell a lie. I keep doing the same mistake. Neutral. Park and brake on. Stick the engine on first if I can remember where I'm going. That's us. Oh, I don't think I did it right, did I? Is that us started? Right. Off. Drive. Now. Was there a resting place here or was it just fuel? Can't remember, but what we'll need to do is just get ourselves over here out the way. I don't think there is a resting place here. This will do here, we'll just abandon it here, but what I need to do now is get the foot brake on so we don't keep rolling forward. Put it into neutral. Put the handbrake on again. On. Switch the engine off. Open the door. Get out of the bus. Bring out my phone. And then use my mouse to take a break. So that's us took our last break. Head back into the bus. Sit down. Switch the engine on. Shut that door. Get the handbrake off. Put the bus into drive, and then we're good to go. And I'll drive in third person here. The reason I'm doing that is because it's notorious for traffic coming up that lane there and cutting you off and wrecking you. Well, there is a parking area. I forgot that there was one, but we've already cleaned the brake, so that's fine. Don't need to worry about it. There's our resting place there. So we don't need to bother about that. And our house we have to get there for 9:15. The other thing in the bus is that the lights go on automatically, the headlights that is. The only thing you then have to do is choose whether you want the high beam or just to leave it as it is. So the time at the moment is 8:15, so we've got an hour to get there. And we've only got like, what, 80 odd kilometres to go. That's nothing. Look at this. Look at this. They're weaving all over the place. I think this is the first hill that we've seen in Denmark. You can call it a hill. But it's pretty open landscape. There's no evidence of it being mountainous. I don't think my headlights have been on yet. In fact, tell a lie. Let me I don't want to try driving and turning these lights on. Let me see. I forgot I'm in manual mode. Right. There we go, that's us. That's dipped, it says dimmed headlights, but usually we say dipped over here. And is that full beam? Drifting over this, I'm trying to get this bloody thing, what does that say there? High beam, I'm putting a high beam on, that'll do it. dear. I'd be smashing the horn to pieces if this was in real life on a motorway and we're driving at this speed for absolutely no reason. And it always seems to be trucks that's doing it. I mean, the only other thing you'll see is a car stuck behind a truck, or two trucks like this. I mean, if these trucks get such a bad gear set up that they end up crawling at the slightest gradient. Oh, look at this. Here we go, here we go. Look, look, look. Just give him a body swerve. I mean, he's crawling up the bloody hill. I've heard of that hard truck, I've never ever looked at it. That's been out for a number of years. Well, it won't be long now before Eurotruck is upgraded or changed to version 1.48 because that's in preparation for the DLC that's come out for it. We won't be that far away, we're maybe what, a week or two at the most, not far at all. Oh, I like the Russian trucks in Eurotruck, the modded trucks, I like them. I've generally always got a Russian truck, especially if I'm on that harsh Russian map. I like driving the Russian trucks. Right, we're going to be there in plenty of time. Plenty of time. We've got about 24 kilometres to go. Don't want to miss our turn. And I'll hit that barrier because I didn't brake soon enough. There's another accident. That all comes off the end results. One game I think I tried, I think I downloaded it and I tried it. Not SnowRunner, the one before it. What was it? Mud Runner was it called? I think I tried it. But there seems to be quite a few people like that game. Mud Runner was the original. Then I think there was a sort of, I think there was either a falling out with the company that had that game. I don't know, I read about it, there was something went on about it. And now they brought out SnowRunner. Yeah, it is hard. You get diff locks and everything in it to try and go over boulders and mud and crap. Big test of your patience, that. I mean, the one thing that it's got is a brilliant mud effect it's got in it. That's one thing that they've really worked on in that game. When you see how the mud effects work when you're driving through that stuff. That's really good looking. Yeah, the deformation, that's the word I was looking for. My vocabulary doesn't stretch that far, but that's exactly the word I was looking for. So we're basically just crawling into Aarhus, is that what it's called? The sun's very, very low on the horizon behind us, and it'll be going pretty soon, and then it'll be crashing into everything. We're just crawling along, even though we're crawling along, we're still going bloody faster than some of those trucks. We're coming to the outskirts of the town. Now again, quick look at the map just to know where I'm going. So we're going up here, and then it's outside lane for the left turn at the end of the road to get into the bus station. Get rid of that mouse cursor and stop ripping across the road. But I'm just going to go right across this side and stay there. Got to watch your speed because there are speed cameras in towns that will catch you out, and I've done that enough times to know. This is another game where they don't have the license for the vehicles that are in the game, so you'll see vehicles that are representative of real life vehicles, but they won't be branded. You know, unlike Eurotruck where they've got deals set out for the various brands of truck, so they're all real life trucks that are in the base game. Not, you know, that doesn't include mod trucks, obviously. But you don't have any branded vehicles in this. You'll see them. They'll look like something. Something will look like a BMW, but it won't have a BMW logo on it. You can see there's 4x4s as well. I need to have a quick drink, so I'm just going to pause this game right now. I must have a drink. I keep forgetting about this thing here where it says checked. I'll just do that now because I think I couldn't finish. I couldn't finish the previous trip I did when I didn't do this. Right, that'll do it. Right. Now it's saying that I need one more stop round about midnight between Aarhus and Copenhagen, because that's obviously going to be probably the longest part of the trip. So again, we'll have to find a resting place between, where the hell is it, between Aarhus and Copenhagen. Well, there's one there, that's too soon, and there's one there, and there's one there. That's probably the one we'll go into, that last one, because I think by the time we get there we'll still probably be early. So we've got to remember about that, or we'll lose points for not taking the resting place. Right, again, get rid of the mouse cursor. See, this works perfectly in this game, doesn't work properly in the bus. So we're looking for the left turn at the top of the road, and it's just gone almost 10 past 9. We've arrived there at 17 minutes past 9. We've got 11 kilometres to go. We might actually be a wee bit late, but it doesn't actually matter because we've been taking our time, and we'll get to Copenhagen in plenty of time. But we will be driving in darkness because the sun's pretty much gone. The towns and stuff look pretty impressive. As I say, you won't see pedestrians in it, but they do look quite nice. Right, here we go. Must be the next junction at the road end. Oh, this one's a left turn lane, it doesn't matter. Away we go. So we've got 4 minutes to get there. Oh, I thought it was left turn, it's saying, oh, is this just a corner? I thought it... Oh, Oh, this is strange. So we're going to go up here and then turn left, is that what it is? Yes it is, and the light's at green, so in we go. Let's get in here quick. Right, this is another obvious brand new town, being as it's on the DLC, so this is another town that I'll have discovered, and I'll be able to set trips from this town in future if I want to. Oh, we're getting a wee bit narrow and testy here. Now, is this a left turn in here? I can't really see. Yeah, it is. Oh, we're in an awkward bend as well. Right, this could be fun. Yeah, look, you know, just keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. No, not one of you slow down to let me through. Sod it, I'm going. Now, where the hell are we going now? Is that us? There's right, so we need to do a right turn. We'll go up past this lamppost, and because obviously the passenger door's on the right hand side, so we need to get around. I don't know whether this is get the best turn and circle this bus. Where is it? Oh, we might make it, that's fine. We'll make it. Well, there are not a lot of people here. And we are about, what the hell's that I've hit? Look at that, there's another bug. There's absolutely nothing around me, right? And yet I've hit that pylon. And I can't move forward, so there's an invisible wall bug. So I need to put it in reverse. You know, these are the things I'm talking about. They release stuff that's not been properly tested. Absolutely not properly tested. That's us. And I've hit an invisible wall. And that's Arthur's discovered. So now we will put it into neutral, put that handbrake on, put the engine off, get out the bus, and then I'll tell a lie, we'll go back in the bus because I haven't opened the bloody doors. Can I open the door? I think I can open the doors without the engine going on. Right, so that's dealt with. We're meant to leave here, I can't remember, but we're probably going to be late, but I wouldn't worry about it. Make sure we open the luggage compartment or we'll get complaints. Now, we've got like potentially 5 people we can collect here.
Hello? Is that
and we've got 5 listed there. And that is Miriam Straub, who is on the list, so on you go.
Dank.
This guy here.
Hello. Bin ich hier richtig?
This guy is Michel, is that Gisela or something? I don't know how you pronounce that funny bee. I'll need to ask Boris how you pronounce that, or if there's anybody that knows German, how do you pronounce that funny shaped letter? Anyway, there he is. He's there.
Danke.
It's obviously like a Juju or something like that, however you pronounce it.
Hello? Bitte sehr.
Right, so now we have Clara Link, and that's the to-do list, so we'll get 2 more after her. She's okay,
Danke
on you
sehr.
go.
Grüezi. Bitte sehr.
We've got Jaden Herman, And to do, we have Jade and Herman. That's
Vielen
him.
Dank.
We've got one more, and that'll be her.
Hi, ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig.
Jolene Powley. There she is.
Auf geht's.
So that's them all done. And we'll shut the compartment. We'll get on the bus. So next stop is Copenhagen. So now I need to close the doors. Put it into gear. No, tell a lie, put the handbrake back on. Keep doing this the wrong order. Start the engine. Handbrake off. Into gear. What time is it? 21:19 is when we're meant to depart, and it's already 21:29, so we're already late. I'll get my announcement done. That's the wrong menu. And that will keep everybody happy.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise. Auch bei uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch findet ihr unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich. Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein. Unser Reisetipp fürs Internet, schaut doch mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zu Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt über nutzen. Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten. Auf flixbus.de stehen täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei Flixbus. Hello and welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination today. Before we set off, we would like to share some information about the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
Now that guy that's actually doing the announcement, he's actually one of the staff at TML Studios, because I've seen him on a video when they were making a video about what was happening in this game a long while back. This is a bit tight with these curbs and everything either side of you. You get done for hitting the curbs. Well, all this DLC does is obviously expand the map, but I just don't think it's great value for money for all you get, considering what you got with France. You get the full country in France. I just think it's a paltry effort to bleed money out of you for 4 extra cities. I mean, why not hold the DLC over until you've actually... Now, what lane are we meant to be in here? We're going left. Why did they not hold this off until they added more roads in it? More opportunities. Rain effects, that's the one of the better things. Nice rain effects in the windscreen. Cost a tenner or something for this DLC, and it wasn't money well spent, I'll tell you that. Just dipped my pocket. Look at the map, see where I'm going. Where are we? Right, we're fine now. We're fine now. say the high beam isn't a very big, very good high beam, is it? I like it to be looking further down the road than this. I'm about to hit a bloody stationary vehicle. 78 kilometres still to go.
Sonntagsfahrer.
Well, that was my fault that time, but I wasn't expecting the lane to narrow down to 2 lanes. Oh no, it is 3 lanes. Oh, it's going down to 2 again. Bloody confusing. Obviously that's the same sort of text you would see on a Tesco truck, but obviously again, as I mentioned earlier, they can't use branded stuff. So they've just done a play on words there with Lesco. Right, I think we need a quick look at the map. We're coming up to 10 minutes to 11 at night. I think I'm in the wrong lane, by the way. So there's that rest stop there, and there's one there. Let's see how long it takes you to get to that one. It doesn't look that far. Yeah, we are in the wrong lane. Disaster. That's a big, well, it's coming up a light crash, but that was a big bloody crash. Well, I'm glad there's nobody watching this. Everybody seems to have got bored and left, thank God. But proof if ever you need it, I've never driven this game without having accidents. Most of them self-inflicted, but a lot of them as well, AI. Reckoning to me. Well, we're not going to see the landscape when we go into Copenhagen because it's the middle of the night, but I don't think there's a lot we're missing, to be honest with you. That's down into a single lane. Oh, we're going over a bridge, that's what it is. Resting place there. No, it's not, it's just a junction that goes nowhere. Right, and then there's another exit, and then there's the resting place. I think we'll go into this one when it comes up. That's what we'll do.
verschüttet.
I don't know what the hell hit me there. Right, so that's at Pubs Junction, so the next one should be the resting place. He says confidently, not knowing where the hell he is. A border. Where the hell are we? Is that it? That is it, so need to turn in quick. Right, take a break. And that's our final resting. Now, is that a road to get out of here? Right, it is. Right, we could be there for 10 to 2 in the morning. We've got 202 kilometres to go. We make it out here in one piece. You hear it crunching into that bus next to us. No? I have no clue where we're going here. There's why is there a bloody drop there? What I missed? What the hell should we have went to get out of here? That looks like the way out. Well, that ain't good enough. We must have meant to have actually, I thought that was a road out, we're probably just meant to have backed out of there, that's what it is. See, that's the thing, you can't see these damn things at night. It just looks like a road out. 8 kilometres to go. Just avoiding him with the skin of our teeth. Bloody crawl again. Now is that? What the hell's this? Let me have it. Yep. Same story. Slowed down to a stop. For no obvious reason. As a half-decent bus station to go into rather than just like something at the side of the road. I'm imagining it's going to be a big bus station. Midnight 24. And we'll be there for 1:47 AM. And we've got 121 kilometres to do. And now we've got a speed limit thing, I think. Look at this. Look at this joker. Got a border crossing. Or a toll gate, whatever you want to call it. We still might have a police check at this final resting place. Now you see there's one there, that's the final sort of resting place. We're not going into it, but we might, it might veer us off into that for a police check, because we've not had one this this trip, and that's the last chance where it would happen, I would think. We'll know that when we see the big red sort of banner above the road ahead. You'll see it coming into view if that's going to happen. Still might not happen, but it's just the sort of last thing to look out for.
Sonntagsfahrer.
Caught that van. Time ahead of schedule. Is that the last? We're going to get, yeah, we're going to get past it. We're not going to get stopped, so we're fine there as well. And although we can't see it, Copenhagen will be coming into view soon enough. Or so to get there. I think we have roughly about an hour. I'm thinking we're going to get in on schedule. It depends again what the traffic's like when we hit the main town. And again at this time of night at 1 o'clock in the morning you wouldn't expect it to be too heavy a traffic. how many points I get penalised, or experience points I get penalised for all these accidents. I'll probably come out, I won't even break even. Getting to the point now, we're going to be looking for the exit here. We are 32 kilometres where we're going, and I'll have a quick look at the map just to see where we are going. Right, so it's pretty nice straight in. That's the bus station there. Well, I presume it's a bus station and not just a bus stop. But well, we've got one roundabout to go round. What I can see there. Mouse cursor. Probably about under, or just knocking on 2 hours. The time we started the stream for this second and final part of our trip through Denmark. Busy looking at the bloody how far we had to go. 9 kilometres, crashed into the crash barrier again. Oh, bloody hopeless. This is a roundabout I spotted, no gravity on it. Surely I can get around this in one piece. Time ahead of schedule. disappointing. It's a bloody bus stop at the side of the road. You know, you think they could have put a bus station.
Wenn ich nur vorher gewusst hätte, wie schnell und günstig Fernbusse sein können.
Yeah, we're on time, okay. Right, so stop that. Neutral. Parked. Engine off. Doors. Range stop. Right. And log out, and we will get our results, I believe. They won't be pretty to look at, I know that. But it's probably going to take me up the rankings slightly. Log out. Kilometres driven 1300. Passengers transported 47. Tickets sold 6 out of 7. Did I leave a passenger behind somewhere? Checked in, sold and valid tickets, none. Stops completed 6 out of 7. Refueling 2. Now why is it saying -2 for that? Did not run out of fuel. Well, fine, I did that. Service, scheduled arrival. I was late for 2 deliveries, 2 stops, sorry. But I got 7 points for that. Scheduled departure. I was late for that. Resting quality has given me -100. It says no %. Missing passengers, I don't understand that one. 62. Where does it get that from? What 62 missing passengers? What does that mean? Restroom clearance 100%. They all announcement played 6 times. I did that. Oh, now this is going to be horrible looking. Traffic rules. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. Maintain driving time 100%. Get 10 points for that. Maintain work time, I don't understand that one. Properties damage 14. And the thing is, you only lost a point for each one that you've hit, so I've got -14 for that. Pedestrians injured. Well, there isn't any bloody pedestrians in the game, so you're always going to score for that. Accidents, I don't understand that one. Traffic rule accidents, none. Yeah, I must have crunched about 4 or 5, 10 different things. Radar control, so I didn't get speed gunned. Driving behaviour, driven on road 91% of the time. Braking misbehaviour, none. Steering misbehaviour, none. Curbstones hit, none. Speed limits maintained, 99% of them. Yeah, I get jack shit for that. I mean, come on. How tight are you? Safety distance broken, 36. Well, that's probably why I crunched into some vehicles, isn't it? -36 for that. Total, what does that say? 10,734 XP. Right, let's have a look, and it should take us back to. It should take us back to the menu. Oh no, that'll do it. Now I've only got two trips set up here. That one there, the selling to Paris, that's a long one, by the way. That starts from the top of the map there. This was before, obviously, the Denmark DLC came out, but that runs all the way down there into Austria and Switzerland. Some nice mountainous scenery there. Right along through Innsbruck, Zurich, Bern, Lucerne, Genf, I think it's called, or Geneva as it's properly called, and then back north to Paris. That takes a good number of hours to do. You can't do that in one session. So you can see that, I mean, it doesn't look a huge map, but the distances are long enough in it. So let's go to the main menu before we quit. Are you sure you want in the current game? Yeah, because I want to see where my ranking is in Main menu. I went up 2,000 places. I'm sure it was 27,000. I'm now at 25,000, and I've got 10,734 XP points. Now there only is 4 levels in this, by the way. So I've been at level 4 since the day it started this game. Next level progress, none. My base town is in Selin. Express check-in, I don't understand half that stuff. Now what I want to do is look at the overall leaderboard. So you can see I'm there, 25,000th on the list. Top 100, they've got 5 million, so that shows you how much driving they've done in the game. These are the ones that are probably still active, because you know that these guys are battling out with one another to see who stays at the top. They'll be still playing the game, but I think most of the other ones down at my level have probably tried the game, get fed up with it and left. Let's see if I don't recognise any names on that whatsoever. But I don't think I've got any friends in this. I'm just all on my own. Right, so that is it. In terms of asking for recommendations as to whether you should get the Denmark DLC, I wouldn't waste my money for all there is. Look at what you got in the Paris DLC compared. You got a full, yeah, not Paris, the France DLC. You got a lot more in the France DLC than you got in that. So I would save your money till a later time. So that is it, folks. That's part 2 done. We are finished. Thanks for those that managed to stay awake watching this. But I hope you can join us again. Games upcoming. Well, the only one that's upcoming like this is the bus. It's still in beta form, and it'll be due. Well, it'll be due soon enough. But I can't play it. I would be playing it, but I can't play it because I can't get the mouse cursor to function properly in it because it's bugged to hell. So it is. Right. So I'm going to bid you good afternoon. I'm off to watch a bit of the tennis, and we'll see you again soon.